What's going on, you Pokemon Savages? Welcome back to another episode of the Savage Poké Pod, episode 21, episode Spearow. We are going to talk about the 30th anniversary, the 30th celebration today, and that's really going to be our main topic. We will, of course, go into a few other things, tangents maybe, some Purge. We got some things for you, so strap in and let's take it away. Kota.
Let's go.
What's going on, dude? I feel like my little cues. I don't know. What's going
Everything's
on, Kota?
stuffed right now. I'm sitting in a screened-in porch somewhere next to the Outer Banks beach.
Oh,
and,
man, is it hot in there?
Nah, dude, it's gorgeous right now. It's like right now it's probably like 70 and not humid.
Nice.
It's so nice. It's getting hot during the day, but right now it's late enough to where it's cooled down nicely, and I'm getting my tan back finally, which is wonderful.
Yeah, you go.
But
summertime.
Yeah, it's time, man. I'm excited to get into a couple of things.
Absolutely, dude.
It's interesting week.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's a little on the slower side, but the celebrations. The 30th celebration actually is center stage, main stage that pretty much everyone's been talking about. And there's a lot of things actually moving regarding some of those cards that we'll take a look at. But first, let's start off, again, episode 21. Let's start off with our favorite Spearow cards. Real quick, guys, wherever you're at, drop a comment, like, subscribe, do all the things during this video. And then later on, we'll drop some little hints so we know that you made it so far into the pod. But yes, we appreciate all the support. So keep those coming, keep the comments and all the questions coming as well. So let's hop into our favorite Spearow cards. And you, my friend, selected one of the best, obviously, because it's a full art. It's the only full art, I believe, of Spearow, right?
It is. And like, again, I wanted to avoid, also for the listeners, I'm on an AirPod setup in a screened-in porch, so the audio sounds scuffed on me. Anyway, I wanted to not do illustration rares too often just because it's a low-hanging fruit, but again, sucker for a card with a bunch of Pokemon in it. Mm-hmm. I think this just does a really good job of kind of not. It's not like Spearow's Pokemon is just so average. It's so like overlooked. It's in the same generation as Pidgey, which Pidgeotto much more beloved than the Spearow line. But I think this looks cute. You got the chilling out, the sleeping Spearow there. It's nice. It's nothing special. But then again, there's really no like Spearow cards that really hit in a crazy way.
I feel like a lot of the Spearow cards looked aggressive, and like to your point, like I feel like the Pidgey line is definitely more fan favorite, if you will. But a lot of these birds, man. I mean, and guys, just for the audio listeners, if you're just listening to it, we're looking at the Mega Evolution base Spearow. It is the first and only illustration rare style for Spearow. So definitely definitely a good one as far as art. Obviously, it takes up the whole card. It's a good choice, man. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah.
I went with the Fire Red Leaf Green version. I thought this was hysterical because I opened it up. I'm like, yo, this is just like a mean mugging Spearow.
I didn't see this one. He looks like a grumpy old man.
Yeah. When I was going through it, I'm like, oh man, I think
his one.
Yeah. He's like, y'all better leave me alone. That's what he's saying. Like, it was wild. I saw it and I was like, I gotta pick this one. So dude, it is the Fire Red Leaf Green, guys. So good.
Do you notice, and maybe it's just like, television of what we've seen. I feel like a lot of the old cards are aggressive. Like they're posed in a much more menacing, aggressive way. They're monsters. They're more like the Yu-Gi-Oh vibe of kind of like aggressive. To be fair, Base Set 2, he's trying to be aggressive, looks heckin' derpy.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot of them that look very aggressive of all the different Pokemon early on.
Monsters.
And then as it's kind of grown, we have a lot more of the just true to life almost, where it's like you get some of the aggressive for sure, but you also have like that Spearow that's just like just being a bird. It's just chilling out.
This one was a close second for me.
I saw that. I love the art style is really interesting.
Yeah, that was a close second. So Yeah, those are our favorite Spearow cards. Guys, I urge you to try this. Like, just look back and just see what you might, I've never seen almost all of these cards I have not seen. So
Yeah,
it's interesting.
absolutely.
All right, so listen, before we get into celebrations, which is going to take us probably the big chunk of this pod, today something interesting happened. I'm going to share the screen again here. Right now we're looking at Ryan's Card House. If you guys don't know Ryan's Card House, really big streamer. I believe started on Whatnot. I remember their Whatnot days. I don't know if they're still there. I don't know where they're streaming. They might have their own platform now. Who knows? Very, very big in the streaming community, and really just does always ripping and cracking like old boxes. I always see his videos pop up. So take a look at their Instagram if you want. But right now what we're looking at is the BGS 10 Black Label Mew EX that's sold. It went up for auction through Ryan's Card House, I believe, or Ryan's Card House put it through I don't know if they listed it on.
It was up on Ryan's. It was up on Ryan's Card House's eBay page is where it sold through.
Okay, so like someone can sign it through them.
Yes.
And if you guys remember, this is the other card. So there was only it's a Pop 2. And of course they tried to like make it different by writing Pop 1 in a black diamond, which is weird. I think it's this black diamond thing right in the middle. For the audio listeners, it looks like some type of diamond right above, in between the card art and the actual like label. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what, I'm actually Googling it now because I forgot to look it up. I've never heard of.
I feel like I've seen NBA, it before, but it looks very familiar.
Mike Baker authenticated. So history lesson for those that are learning with me right this very second. Mike Baker authenticated. So Mike Baker was apparently one of the OG PSA graders, which given some of the OG slabs, I don't know if that's convincing because some of the slabs are pretty scuffed, if I remember correctly, with some of those PSA 10s. And they're 10s, exactly. Like, there's definitely some across the board. There was there's some sports cards that were very clearly cut. But anyway, so he I guess, or his company does crossover grading where they give it's the top of the top of the top of the top or whatever, which honestly you don't need that because the Beckett Black Label carries all the weight. No one cares about the diamond. Look, someone would have heard of something. There would be more of a market it's a black diamond. It's like a black diamond Black Label. That's incredible. Right. That doesn't exist.
Yeah. Like as if the Black Label needed something else to authenticate and make it but I think the interesting story here, guys, and why we're bringing this up today is it sold for on eBay. It sold for $181,000. The winning auction, the winning bid was $181K. The last one, if you remember, ended at $236,000. So that's like a $50K gap. Something very interesting happened. Apparently, it was not paid and it was canceled by the winner, saying that they bid by mistake. So one of the number one comments here is, how do you accidentally bid $180,000 by mistake? Because I'm sitting here do I bid an extra $1 or $2 or $10 to win the auction and someone's bidding $180K by mistake? I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, the person that bought the first one tried to bid on this, but his bid didn't go through in time. So he messaged, this is what's happening, this is what they're saying, allegedly messaged Ryan's Card House and offered to pay the last sold as the one on Golden, which is the $236,000 value. The consignor said yes, and we sold it as a buy it now on eBay. Now we're waiting for the payment today. That right there is just so freaking, I don't understand. First of all, someone bid and won at $181,000, didn't pay. Why would this person that had the other one pay $50,000 more?
So I have it. For context, we were discussing this before we started filming, and in that I was thinking what it could be is. So think about this. He just bought that Beckett Black Label, the first Mew, at 230, 240, somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head.
Yep, 236 it was, yeah.
And then, so if he buys this one at 180, right? That would devalue both this one and his by that much. So yes, he could buy this one for cheaper, but then that means his other one is now valued at the same. But if he buys it at 250, it keeps its value for resale, and the other one keeps its value, so he doesn't lose the value. And honestly, with the amount of money and the amount of Bubble Mews and PSA 10s and Black Label, or nice both Black Labels, and also that this guy has, because I bad podcaster, I have looked up the name and then I forgot it again, and I don't have stuff.
That's fine.
Download my phone to make it, to find it, but he's not hurting for that 50K straight up.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
I think this might be what happened. I think that might be what happened. It's
makes sense.
It's kind of the same theory that people have when it comes to these low pop, like vintage cards, where it's like one person, and it's kind of good. The market manipulation is not necessarily in the booster boxes. I don't think there's people that have a big enough portion in that to mess with the market that are going to sell anytime soon. But if you have one of two, if you now have two of the two Black Label Bubble Mews, you now own the market. The market is what you say it is, and it's whatever the maximum you can squeeze out of someone. I don't think this guy's ever going to sell, or at least not anytime soon, because I think this is his thing. And I don't even like, he's clearly not hurting for the money that he's putting into this collection. So,
right.
But hypothetically, he could come back and do this. Now, I am curious what made the vendor, the other guy that was on the Card Lounge, end up selling.
Right.
And I thought maybe he just saw the number and realized, oh, this is, because we talked about, like, he talked about getting a 100K offer. Mm-hmm. And now that one went for 230 something. And it was like, oh, right, it might be time, kind of thing. And which, again, I fully endorse.
Yep. Same.
But yeah, I think we're seeing it's, I mean, he's protecting his own investment by buying at a price that he can afford that doesn't negate the value of the other card.
Yep.
It's weird.
Which is technically like a form of market manipulation, right? If you will, because if you think about it, right?
It is market manipulation. Absolutely. Like,
yeah.
Again, when the market cannot be manipulated by the people buying. The market can only be manipulated by the people that have the supply. And if you have literally 100% of the supply until the next Bubble Mew is graded Black Label, and he'll probably try to buy that too. The market is whatever you define it as long as you can find a buyer. It doesn't matter.
This paints like a very interesting future for Black Labels in general, but like this Bubble Mew Black Label, because we have to assume that there are a ton with BGS right now after that first one sold. If you had a PSA 10, I would almost bet that people are going to be sending that in. I don't know if you can cross grade it or you'd have to crack it and send it, but
you'd almost guarantee crack it and send it.
You know what I mean? Like, if we looked it up, I think when that first one sold, it was like $2,500 to $3,000 for a PSA 10, and then you can 100 times that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you had the money to do it, it's a really expensive lottery ticket because if you do that and then you come back and have to regrade them and get PSA 10s, right? Hypothetically, even if you strike out, you're not losing a ton of money, because once you regrade them, because via the payment you'd have to pay, you're losing a few grand. But if you're investing that much into it, like, you're not really losing,
right?
Yeah, it's not a big deal to you. But I do think that this is going to lead us to seeing a lot of Beckett's submissions pick up, where we kind of talked about last week, where Beckett is still honestly the best value to grade your cards with right now.
I think it was like under,
as far as their low level. Yeah. Like even the base level, it's affordable. It's not a huge time investment because it's still only 75-ish day turnaround, which is better than you're gonna get with you're getting with CGC, which you're gonna get a better value out of it. It's a little stricter, but if you know what you're sending, you can do well with it. Mm-hmm. I think you're gonna see BGS pick up, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see BGS end up having to increase their prices and stuff soon, because I think people are going to go to that instead of CGC because they see the value in the lottery ticket that is a Black Label.
Well, they're one of the only ones that haven't done anything with like pricing and time, right?
Yeah. I haven't. I as of when I started looking into grading again, which was January.
Mm-hmm.
They were the same, and because I remember looking, and I sent stuff to PSA, and I sent stuff to CGC, and I sent stuff to Tag, and I didn't send stuff to Beckett at that point because they were the most expensive, or they're tied, and I was like, well, I don't trust them to get a black label, so I'll just send to PSA, and then everyone else jumped their prices, but Beckett is still just like, yes, same price, same turnaround time, like just come on in. Water's great. And I'm like, I think people are going to see that and say, why would I try to get a pristine 10 with CGC at 20 some bucks a pop or whatever their card is now for 80 days? I just throw lottery tickets out the door. And a Beckett 10 is still not bad. A Beckett Gold 10 is still not bad.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be really interesting to
me, the 9.5s kill it, but
but honestly, after having CGC customer service trash and their treatment of customers not really not good in my experience.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like they gave a lot of 9.5 to 9s on stuff that didn't make any sense. And honestly, their 10s, their base level 10s are probably worth the same as a 9.5 from Beckett.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were, just because they're
figure you cross grade it at a 10. So
yeah, they're not. I mean, the Beckett, I mean, the CGC base 10, not for Steam, just base 10 is not much of a value. Like, again, CGC is not too different, especially at the price point in time they're at now, where it's a lottery ticket to get a pristine, but it's a worse lottery ticket.
Right.
It's a more likely lottery ticket, but it's like playing. I don't do lottery stuff, but it's like playing like the pick 3 or whatever, where you get like you can pick the 3 numbers and you get $500, and then the other one's like you're picking 5 numbers, you can get like 50 grand.
Yep.
But it's a lot harder. I'm like, I'm gonna sit here and try to pick the 5. I'm gonna try that for a while.
Yeah, I mean, look, the grading thing. Every week there's like something else that happens in grading. Which will segue right into this. Actually, this came out. Actually, the news dropped on this, I think, last Friday when we dropped last week's pod. But the Pokemon company has banned all sales of graded slabs and Japanese Pokemon Center products at events. So interesting about, like, that's a very interesting move. But the other part of that is you can't sell any product that is items over $1,000 or more. So
is it just Japanese Pokemon Center, or is it all Pokemon Center? I
think it is. So this thing says we've learned that the Pokemon Company International is no longer allowing partnered vendors to sell graded slabs at its events, including NAIC and Worlds. The policy will go into effect this weekend. So this past weekend at the Indianapolis Regionals. They also learned that vendors are barred from selling items over $1,000 or more products from the Japanese Pokemon Center, including plush and TCG items. It is weird that it does call out Japanese in there.
So selling items over, okay. So hypothetically, you could still sell booster boxes and ETBs and Pokemon Center English stuff. Yeah,
I mean, there's not much newer stuff that's over 1,000. So like you'd probably but like every booster box that's come out in the past 8 years, aside from
it's also
Evolving Skies, is less.
Yeah, it's also the wording of this.
Yeah,
which I'm with the PokeBeach article where it says we've learned that vendors are barred from selling items over $1,000 or most products from. So it's over $1,000 and most products from Japanese. So that's like a separate, regardless of price. But how much am I underestimating how much Japanese Pokemon Center product is in the US getting circulated?
That's what I was thinking. And especially at these events, like I feel like this is kind of like a non-issue. Like, okay, how many actual first of all, how many events are people actually vending? Look, there's a ton of events that are happening worldwide, United States wide, especially every week across the country. I don't think this is probably like a drop in the bucket of the bucket that I just dropped that. It's just like way, way, way far removed from like even making a difference. I feel like if other shows adopted what that one show did, and I don't even think that even took off, where they was it not selling sealed product that is currently available?
No sealed product that was available at retail
stores,
which I think was like mainly ETBs, booster bundles, that kind of stuff. It didn't really factor in booster boxes or
right
Pokemon Center specific items.
Right. Yeah, because you really can't get that at retail stores. I mean, but still, like, if more vendor shows adopted that, like I said, that podcast, I feel like no one running a vendor show would want to do it. It's kind of like a catch-22 because, like, then it's like, okay, well, then there goes a lot of product that people would sell, and then you might not get vendors, and then there's no show. So I don't know. I don't think they would ever do this.
Yeah.
This would, if the vendor shows did this would be a different story. Or if Pokemon somehow found a way to like rule that, which I don't think they could. Yeah. So
no.
I think everything is just, keep pushing. That's kind of like.
Yeah. Hey, wait, I guess I don't know if Pokemon could go after the idea of you can't sell, like, you don't have the certification to sell our items. I don't know. Like, I think in reselling, I don't think there's a way to necessarily do that. I might be wrong. In comments, let us know if there is a way legally. Maybe it's state-based, maybe it's country-based, maybe it's just like some kind of copyright infringement, not copyright infringement, but some kind of like selling law thing where you can't, because you can get a reseller's license, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have permission or an agreement with them to resell their product. So there might be a fine line somewhere in there
through distribution. Guys, if you're new to the pod, I do have a distributor. Had one for like a year now. Again, not much on there, but I do have, it is some type of insight. I can't, for example, and I'm totally fine with it. It is brick and mortar restricted, and Pokemon is not one of those, obviously. But like, if I want to get, I could not get Magic. I can't get Lorcana. I can't get Star Wars Unlimited. One Piece, I won't be able to do. Like, so some of these are actually limited to stores that run like, the TCG related stuff, which rightfully so is what it is. And, I'm okay with that. But just for that, like, if they turn around and did that, like, that could hurt a lot of the secondary, like rip and shippers like me and stuff like that. That could definitely hurt us. But they could do something like that to limit like the secondary resale of their stuff. However, that's what's kind of driving the demand of their stuff. So I don't know that they would ever make that move. But they could do that, hypothetically.
There's so many vendors and online shops that were with them through the bad. I think it would create, if there is, they may not care about people, and I don't think they do, but they probably care pretty hardly about PR, and they're already in a PR nightmare. Adding, all you vendors like Poke&E, Safari Zone, Quick TCG, all these different companies that have been selling and reselling legally and uprightly, if you will. Hey, screw you. We're going to just do it to where if you don't have a physical store, which is really difficult in a down market, and we know you were with us through this down market, good luck. I don't see them doing that.
I feel like a lot of these stores have like they definitely have a point where they're like I told you, like Rudy almost, I don't know if Rudy has a store, but like he sounds bitter when he talks, because he's definitely not getting the amount of product that he did get. And like we were saying, like he's got 7. So he made a video recently about like going to a vendor show, and we can talk about that if you want a little bit, because it kind of like ties into this. But like, if they're buying all the stuff when the down market is, like, they should 100% be able to get the stuff during the hype. So they're not, and it does suck. I totally hear what they're saying, but I mean,
but at the same time, like, the Pokemon still got to feed what it needs to feed, and the best and simplest way for them to distribute is to go through their distributors who go through Walmart and Target. And honestly, I'm still of the opinion that they should keep more of it in house and sell more through Pokemon Center. I mean, because they're at the point where their system is. Let me see. What's the most gracious way I can put their system? Not as god awful as it was before. Right. Yeah, it still sucks, but it's not unusable. I think they should keep more of it in house. I think the problem is, if they cared about like this distribution thing and they could invest in the systems, which they should have, and I don't understand why they don't. They should just keep it all in house and not send out as much, and still send out whatever they are required to if there's contracts involved. But like they're what they want is to keep all these big box stores and all, you know, and the big, you know, distributors and stores happy in the big market, so they keep buying in the lower market.
Yep.
Trusting that it's going to get better or whatever. Like they want to keep those relations because they need to have because of their current system. They need to have those companies happy in 2 years when the market, you know, goes back down a bit.
Yeah, no, 100%. But you know, I feel like, well, I think I saw Target was actually doing some things now, limiting it to like one product per person, which I don't know what's taking these companies so long to make these decisions. You know, and there's so many things that are happening right now as far as like retail stuff. I don't know if you heard, but I don't know how real it is, but they're starting to take ETBs and booster boxes out of vending machines, which will limit it to basically booster bundles and packs, which I think is more of like we can fill more stuff, more bundles and packs in the slots of ETBs and booster boxes, which
probably also, I think. Yeah. I mean, that, and I think this ties into the idea of why Target and Walmart and all these companies aren't doing more. Because guess what? Walmart has a limit and no one listens to it. No one cares because no one's going to enforce it. It's because they don't want to put the burden on someone making $12 an hour.
Right.
Who's not going to care. Like I'll be completely transparent right now. If I was working at Walmart, Target, Fred Meyer, you know, in the West Coast where they have a lot of these, you know, vending machines or anything like that, I ain't doing crap. I'm not paid enough to do it. I'm not trained to do it. I am not going to put myself in danger to do it.
That last part that you just said, I think is it. Like people get
all
crazy.
those things. It's like,
you've seen the videos where people were like,
it's not my job.
Right.
Yeah. It's not my job. It's not my responsibility. I'm not going to put myself in danger. I'm not doing anything. And you know what? To all those employees, I say, yeah, you're right. You shouldn't. This isn't on you. This is not something you should be dealing with. This is something that management should be dealing with. This is something that Pokemon itself should be dealing with, or the distributors should be dealing with, and they're not.
Yeah,
they're much like many things. They're kind of passing the bill along to whoever is stuck and can't do anything else, and they're not going to. Do you think they're going to be taking that seriously? No. So Target says one per item. Unless they put everything behind customer service and ID check and all this stuff, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, all of my stores my Targets have it behind customer service. I don't even think Walmart carries it anymore by me. I feel like I have not seen Pokemon at Walmart by me. Not like I go often, but like when I'm there and I just happen to go, like I don't even know where it would even be. So
we have a group that stalks the Walmart stalkers.
Oh yeah,
they like too, so have them mapped out and timed, and they have an inside source that knows the scheduling.
It's the inside source
because they change the scheduling and they're still there. It's I feel bad for anyone that's working distributing Pokemon, that kind of stuff right now, because it has to be just a national nightmare to have like 38 people just breathing down your neck like hungry hyenas as soon as you are trying to just do your job, and they're getting mad at you for not doing your job fast enough.
Yep. Dude,
brother, it's a wild world.
It's a lot. It is a lot for sure. I would not want to do it. I would not want to be a part of any of it, to be honest. But
yeah. Back to the topic at hand though. I think this is a big nothing burger by Pokemon. I think this is an overcorrection. And it's more symbolic than anything. I don't think it's actually going to matter because again, yes, there are vendors. And I understand like the idea of you want it to be kind of more geared towards a younger audience because you got a lot of kids and juniors and you know families that come to these events and would want to go through whatever the vendor village-esque thing is and buy cards that are cheaper, more affordable. And right now, like and kind of like Rudy said, and we don't necessarily need to talk about the video, but we just kind of we've been referencing it the last 2 weeks, and I think it's an apt video by someone I don't care for. It's everybody selling the same crap.
Yeah. It's
the same thing. It's one of 4 sets of ETBs or booster bundles or booster boxes. It's, you know, a bunch of PSA 10 modern slabs and modern singles. and then maybe a binder or two of like cheaper modern hits. But that's it. There's nothing interesting. Like every show I've been to, smaller that they may be because of my area, it's all the same thing, man. It's all the same thing. It's all
I'm interested
the same
to see
stuff.
how it looks when I go there. And we'll get to talking about my vendor setup. Actually, the vendor show is coming up this Sunday, guys. So I'm super excited about that. But I'll definitely have something to say afterwards and see how it goes. But pretty much Rudy's thing was Rudy from Alpha Investments again. If you guys didn't hear us talking about it the past couple of weeks, he made a video about going to a card show and pretty much what Kota was saying. Everything is kind of like same old, but he was really amazed by like people going and just trying to do a quick flip, making a deal at one table and going and trying to do something at another table, which goes to show you like someone as big as Rudy in the TCG, obviously he doesn't get out because that's not something new. So it was like kind of weird and groundbreaking at the same time that he's making this video as like something new. Like, dude, if you went to a card show in the past year and a half, you would have seen this. So
well, his whole house is made of booster box cases. He can't get out very often. It's probably hard for him to find his way out of that place.
I think one of the videos said he has 17 million in Scarlet and Violet. Just Scarlet and Violet. I think that's what the number said.
Yeah, sure.
A little more than what I was saying about him putting 700 booster boxes on the market to disrupt it, but I digress. Let's roll right into the meat of today's podcast, which is the 30th celebration. So, without further ado, let's shift right over. We're going to share the screen right now. We got 30th celebration up on the screen. This is very interesting. Real quick, what did you, before we do this, what did you think of like what they revealed, what they announced? Did they not announce? What did you think? Like just first impressions, first take.
Save it for the take purge, my full thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, but, we can say the whole thing if you want.
I think that it's for those who thought that the market was going to be held up by the 30th anniversary. It's not. But for those who are more realistic and realize the market isn't dependent on this 30th anniversary set whatsoever, it's another set. That's about it. It's nothing special and it's pretty average. And it's the same. It's Celebrations 2.0. It's Generations 2.0. It's just,
Yep. No,
it's exactly what I thought it would be, though.
Yeah, though there's a few things that I do like about it. So let's go into it now. There's a few things that I do like. So real quick, 30th celebrations coming out. It says worldwide Wednesday, September 16th, and the set will contain 150 cards after secret rares. So. Yeah. That in Japanese because I remember looking at the card set. Let me scroll down here. So I'm pretty sure it was, anyway, we'll look at the number. I think real quick, I believe that this pack art is just lazy. I don't like awful. It at all.
Truly awful. Like it's so bad.
Like, and who made this?
I don't know, but they're setting up something weird with all this. There's something happening. There's something do you know what this looks like? This looks like, I will say, I love TCG Pocket. I love the art. Their pack art's lazy, and that's what this looks like. It looks like it'd be pack art you would see on
honestly
TCG Pocket, which is generally pretty bad.
You could have made this with like clip art or like basic Photoshop skill. Like it looks like I don't know what it is about it. It looks cheap to me. Guys, let us know what you think about this in the comments. Fake. It does look fake. And like, it's just,
if you came to me and said, oh, this was like posted on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, it was not really the art. It's just kind of a placeholder. But like, that's about right. It's pretty like, someone tried, but it's like, they just couldn't do it. No, this is the real thing. And it's wildly disappointing. Yeah. Also it's M6A. So it's going to be, so it's, okay. Gotcha.
So it is a specialty set with the letter at the end, right?
It is, which means that is our specialty set for fourth quarter, which is actually third quarter at that point.
And it has 5 cards in it. I believe they had 4 cards in Celebrations. I want to say. I don't remember how many were in
that. They did. And they're all foil. And there's also this one. They didn't have an energy in Celebration. This has a foil. Is it 5 cards and an energy, or is it just 5
you're
cards?
Right. This one does have an energy.
So it's a foil energy. Yeah, so it's a foil energy and 4 foil cards. So it's still 4 cards. They're just throwing the foil energy in there, which I will hopefully be interesting because players like their fancy bling down decks, and I
hear me out.
For it.
They definitely did it because they love rip and ship energy breaks. Just saying it. That's what Pokemon did. They love rip and ship energy breaks, and their packs did not have energy, so I couldn't do a break. Guys, that's what I do mostly on my TikTok, my TikTok lives is energy breaks. But no, we can't do one without.
How are you going to? It's gonna be interesting trying to do energy breaks where if you do 36 packs, you have like 140 total cards.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's not a lot by any means.
Oh man!
But yeah, I think it's lazy. I also said this when I made an announcement, I did a reaction to the announcements real quick when it came out. I've been very vocal about what I'm about to say on this podcast since it started, and even before. I cannot believe we're getting another Base Set Charizard reprint.
I hate it.
It's my favorite Pokemon. I said, someone asked in the questions, I think, what was one of the cards that you'd want to have? You'd hold on for the rest of it was a Base Set Charizard. However, I am so sick of seeing the same card with a different stamp on it, with a different. Now, does this look? The background kind of looks a little different in this picture. I don't know if that's just how they're showing the foil.
It might just be a higher res, or the foil or something. That looks okay.
I do like this. This reminds me more of I forgot what the thing was called. Guys, we're looking at the Japanese version of the Base Set Charizard for the 30th. What was that collection box called? Where it was like the play. You know what I'm talking about? It was kind of like I don't know if it was a dual play mat, but it had really cool damage counters. It came in a big black rectangle box. Like a briefcase almost. I don't know if you know what it was.
It's the thing that was in Sam's Club or whatever.
Right. It was $400 for
TCG Classic, and there's the last thing to sell out or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. This reminds me of those because they did have a reprint. They had a deck of Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, and the Japanese version did have some type of a gold foil, I want to say, which looked better. This looks really cool. This looks different to me because it's not the exact just card with the 30th stamp.
Yeah.
I don't know. We already have one for 20. Don't get me wrong. If people are collecting those base set cards and all the different variants, that is a cool collection, which I can see. Okay.
Yeah. It kind of looks like something that you could buy off Etsy though.
Oh, 100%.
Is my problem is
I agree.
is that gold sparkle. It's oh, this is fake. This is oh, hey, you got a fake card.
Yeah.
You probably this is worthless or whatever. You should I would, if I got this and I didn't know that they was official, I'd be oh, this is fake. This is 100% fake. And I think that's kind of my problem with it is it just, again, I'm so sick of this art because it is just it's what I thought the celebration set would be, which is lazy.
Yeah.
It's just
it's lazy. Not all lazy. So that's what I want to get to. But before we do that, this card right here, Pikachu Zekrom GX, guys. This was not even the alternate art. This was the regular one. This card, the regular card, I think had spiked insanely over the past few days. It was on an upward trajectory, but when this was announced, and it's very interesting that it moves that way because as you know, and as we all should know, when cards are introduced with a reprint, it usually has the opposite effect. Where the price value of the original one doesn't go up, it kind of goes down because there's another cheaper, more attainable version of it. That's what we're typically seeing. But again, singles in this past year and a half have done stuff that we've not seen done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also the fact that this is one, it's obviously not that it would be legal, but it's not play legal. And I think what people are banking on is the idea that this is going to expose more people to these cards so that there's going to be more of a demand for the actual originals of these cards. And I think that's why you're probably going to see every one of these that's reprinted outside the Charizard because that's already like that. And maybe a couple of the vintage, but most of these cards that are getting reprinted will probably have a price spike because there's more eyes on it. So they're banking on there being more of a demand for a card that people, so many people are so new to the hobby, the card game and collecting that they don't know that these cards. People that probably didn't know about the Pikachu Zekrom.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I only know of maybe it's a promo. I don't even know if it's Pikachu and Zekrom, but we saw the Team Rocket's Moltres when they released the UPC, the price of the Moltres came down. And I'm I guess because it was really too soon, it was really around the time that Death and Runnels came out. So there wasn't that much time. Again, I think I like the Japanese version just because there is a differentiating factor outside of just the 30th stamp. The gold glitter, whatever we're gonna decide to call this starry pattern. I kind of like it. I think these. Okay, guys, we're gonna move into the Pikachus. I think these stole the show. I didn't think I was going to like these. We did hear of there was like a snippet of that we might get 30 exclusive Pikachus for the set. I think this is brilliant. I do like how they're also it's a subset within the set, because it is this one, for example, which in the Discord, I think we all loved. It's Pikachu squeezing his head through like the banister, which is amazing. But it's 14 of 30 as on top of it being card 36 in the set. So I believe every pack that we're going to open is going to have a Pikachu in it. So you'll probably get duplicates. I mean, there's 30, so you might not. I do like, and I don't know if they're all going to have this reverse holo pattern. It seems like they will. Every card in these images for English don't even have a holo, and they already told us every card's going to be holo. So that's probably we're just missing that.
Yeah, I hope they have awesome, this holo pattern. Yeah. The Pikachu idea is good. I think honestly that's what's going to redeem this set for me in a lot of ways. Is collecting the Pikachus is fun. All three of the ones we're seeing on the screen right now are very different, but also all have their own charm. I think it's gonna be fun to see what they end up what these all look like. Yeah. Do we get any vintagey art Pikachus? Do we get like another mini portrait painting Pikachu? I think there's some cool stuff you could do with it and to make it good, because again, so much of this set is so lazy that this could be the one thing that they actually try on, and I do hope they do. I think what we see is pretty nice.
Because these are different. These are not reprints of anything. Yeah. You can actually see it in this picture. The Pikachu head is holo foil. The borders are holo foil, and the card art itself is. That is kind of.
So
cool.
It looks
I'm
like.
Not gonna lie, man. That is.
But also, look around. I'm assuming these pictures around it are also going to be Pikachu arts. And you have this really cute bottom left one that's very different art style. I really like it. You have some of the more modern, futuristic looking one on the right bottom corner, some playful one. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a nice little thing to throw in there. To a nice set collection type piece. Really very beginner, newer, collector friendly. I mean, also the price and the impossibility of getting it.
Putting the subset numbering as well it could just be like, if someone doesn't want to collect the whole thing, there's a different number set there for you. And I think that really is something that people could just drill down and maybe more attainable. But yeah, some of these, like there's like a little angry Pikachu down the bottom here in the middle, like a Starry Night type one on the top right. So it's going to be interesting to see all the different variants. Here they all are. Like this one right here in the middle, this sleepy one. It's going to be really cool. I think subsets are really, really nice to have around, like Radiant Collection. I love Radiant Collection. That's one of my favorite things they did. I believe it was XY era, maybe into Sun and Moon, but Radiant Collections was so fun. There's so many cool cards. There's so many cool foiling patterns. I wish they do more like that. Yeah, those. I
love illustration cards. I don't think they should ever go.
Those cards are some of the most, sought after cards from Generations. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
So that is the Pikachus. I want to move into what else they have over here. So I think that's great. Again, we're going to have 1 through. So when we showed, what was the next card? So the Mewtwo. So real quick, you can see here, it is, so we're going to get 128 in the set, in the main set, which believe it or not, hold on a second, 128. Okay. Chaos Rising is one of 86 in the main set. I think Perfect Order is slightly bigger than that. So this is actually bigger than every main set in Mega except for Mega Base, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, factoring, and that's included on, you can factor in the fact that it's 30 Pikachus.
Right. So 30
and still
Pikachus.
Be a bigger set and still be bigger than some of the sets that are currently come out with 86 cards.
Yeah. But you're clearly, so we'll get 128 and then Mewtwo. So Mew is 158. So we're going to get 30, which for 30th celebrations, we're going to get 30 other cards outside of that as well. So it makes it even bigger. Now, I don't know if this is what they're actually going with. A Poké Beach article says the set will introduce a brand new card rarity called Futuristic Rare. Everyone's going around with that, which will feature vibrant artwork illustrated by a renowned Japanese artist. Oh, so it's just this guy. Yoshi Rodin. So Pokemon says that each futuristic rare card will depict Pokemon in striking artwork evocative of hope toward an unknown future.
Stupid.
What?
I hate it.
What?
I hate it so much.
The only
hate everything about this.
Honestly, it's again being since we've been talking about them being lazy, we're getting some of the best illustrated Pokemon cards that we've ever seen. And they're going to hit us up with this and try and tell us that this is a futuristic rare. Like the only thing I would even like about this, because it's only because it's different, is the 30th celebration head is not the yellow head. That would dumb this down even more. I do like that it's different. I don't know what the color scheme is, but I don't know what this energy is all over the place. What the heck are we talking about?
I'm going to rant now. So why don't you go ahead and throw it to your favorite segment.
Tangent of the day.
One, this is trash. I hate this rarity. I hate everything about it. It looks very, first of all, I don't evocative of hope of a unseen future.
Sounds like a Disney sentence.
That's a bunch of, it's a bunch of crap that they're just kind of throwing together. This is the laziest, like, I'm sorry, all respect to the artist. I'm not trashing on you specifically. But the idea that this is anything more than just a full art is insane to me. The idea that this is going to be a rarity, if this ends up pushing out illustration rares or something, it'll be the biggest fumble that we've ever seen from Pokemon past anything else they've had. Because this is ugly. It looks like the old school full arts. It just has energy symbols in the back.
Yeah.
And the psychic energy has like an eyelid or something. I can't quite tell what that is, but it looks like an eyelid and I can't unsee it.
But like for what reason? Like what so look, there's a lot of things we don't know. We don't know what they'll do with the energies. Is it just there just to take up space? Could be. And that absolutely sucks.
Because there's so with the TCG, everything has to have a rule box. It has to have specific rules around it. So the energy typing doesn't change on this. It's still just a psychic type. It's just got all the energies have eyelids weirdly. Or like they have like little like blur on them or something like that. It's stupid. This is just an EX. It's just a full art EX. It's just a full art EX. And so I sent you pause. Sorry, I'm allergies are kicking a little bit.
Beverage break.
I sent you the full art, and it's not the specific full art. You don't have to pull it up right there. But in Pokemon and the Pocket and TCG Pocket, we've been getting these full arts with these really beautiful borders and this like wavy, really nice wavy pattern throughout. Emphasizes the Pokemon in a way that looks nice colors, nice outline, nice foiling effect, beautiful foil borders. That looks far better than this. And I understand like it's a little more difficult to like translate that to a physical card, but like they gave us that in TCG Pocket, which looks like it's like a good looking full art. Like when I like I have the Pikachu EX from like the original, whatever the original set was in TCG Pocket, gradient orange to yellow. This looks phenomenal. The rainbow, you can do like a rainbow foiling in the background type thing. The sparkles, the lighting, it looks gorgeous. And then you go back to the weird Mewtwo that's like looks like it's from a commercial from like 2004.
Yeah, like so.
And this is the future. And this so all in that Pokemon Presents, they did the future awaits, and it's just. This it's not. There's nothing futuristic about this. Looks throwback, if anything.
Yeah, like it would have been like nicer if it was like Metal Mewtwo or something like how we have. But like the only thing I do like about this is like there's some sort of light they're playing with something with light here. Like you can see like the shades of like, let's say the sun was coming from this angle or something like that. But just the way that like the light is coming, like from this side, you can see it on the card here. But again, like what is futuristic about it? Like I don't get it. The background here is like exactly what the pack art background looks like. Actually, it's like this blurry.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so that's Mewtwo.
So the question is,
and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can show the Mew.
This actually looks better. I mean, I guess we don't have texture here.
It looks better.
You can see the Japanese texture. Of course.
Again, collect Japanese. This looks awful. This looks. Okay. It's green, man. It's green.
People in the Savage community, the Savages came out today, and someone sent me a video. I think it was Teddy. They're calling this the Condom Mew, and I cannot now forget this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I just did that to you. He's like, damn you.
Brother, I'm on vacation. You can't do that to me right now.
They showed, I don't know if it was from like...
It's accurate.
SpongeBob or something. There was something there. I don't know what the video was. I don't know what...
It's accurate.
So like there's a Okay, in this one, in the Mew, so we're looking at the Mew EX, there is a Pokeball. Why?
There's one behind the Mewtwo as well.
That's what I was going to say. Is that one? Is that what that... Okay, so that's what that circle is. Why is it like facing a different direction? So you like in the Mewtwo, you really can't even see that it is a Pokeball really now that we know it. Here... You can see it because you can see the Pokeball part to the left. But like the middle, like behind Mew is blurry. Like, is there like something now? Is there an aura? Is there a certain type of aura around the Mew? I don't know. Like,
so my question is, what is this replacing? Or is this the new gold rares? This might be the new gold rares. There's no gold rares in this set.
You know what?
This could be the new gold rare.
I would listen. I would welcome it, or maybe it's
I don't like the 30th. I think,
and maybe it's just a 30th thing, you know.
But they talked about it being the
the future.
So yeah, okay. What is the future awaits, and this is a futuristic rare if that's what it actually ends up being called. What is that? Is that just BS from Pokemon trying to sound philosophical or something, or is this because I mean, outside of like jumping out of the art side, this Mew is going to be a nightmare in the TCG. This thing is going to be so sick. Its ability allows it to use the attack of any Pokemon on the field. That's incredible.
Wow.
It's going to be fantastic.
Attack of any of your benched Pokemon. You still need the necessary.
Yeah, so you can basically there's ways to basically protect the Pokemon on the bench, and you can use it for Megas, which is only when it dies, it is knocked out. It only gives it 2 prizes. It's there, certain things that you don't have to worry about the abilities for that would affect anything. It's incredible. But back to it, this thing looks hideous and I hate it. And it looks bad and it looks like something from the mid 2000s when they're trying to be all futuristic and trying to be all like, ooh, this is what and it looks bad. And I do not understand who at Pokemon said, yes, we have been making these, we made the Bubble Mew, the Charizard from Phantasmal, everything from 151, the success of Black and White, which is again, people hated Gen 5. So many people, I love Gen 5. So many people hate Gen 5, and yet that set is taking off because it's so cool. And they said
that
green
right
Mew is the future.
I don't know what's, again, to what I was saying earlier, I don't know what they're doing with the lighting in these pictures. Like, why is certain things in the background blurry and then not? Like, part of that Pokeball is blurry, but there's nothing behind Mew. What is reflecting off of Mew? Is it like the green in the bottom of the card? Is it something in front of Mew? Like, again, and this is kind of silly to think, but like, I'm just trying to make sense of why this card is. And when we just said, you just mentioned Black and White, and what I was going to say before you said that was, I would have much rather preferred them hold the BWRs and make those the futuristic rares. And that, because the all black Zekrom and the all white Reshi and the red Victini are 3 of the most beautiful cards I've seen. Obviously, I think there was a red version and a white and a black version earlier, but these are just futuristic versions.
They're phenomenal.
And I think we said it once before. One of the listeners said it'd be cool if we had like an all green Rayquaza version of that card or an all blue Greninja version. Like, those could have been it. So it's going to be interesting. I agree with you. What is this replacing? It better not replace SIRs because that will be a huge fumble. If it replaced the gold, or if maybe it's just
Massive fumble.
maybe it's an added card. Maybe it's another hit, and I would welcome that too, as long as it doesn't replace what we've got going on right now. Because what we got going on is absolutely
yes. If it's an addition, it's stupid, but okay, I guess. Yeah. And if it's a replacement, huge fumble, unless it's gold, which, I'm fine without gold. Even though, honestly, I like the new gold. So honestly, it's neutral for me. It's like, I like the energies in the background of this, but I hate the art.
Yeah.
And the gold's
it's just weird. What is it? What do the energies represent? Like, that's kind of like what we don't know. We don't know certain things about
the future.
Clearly, yeah, but like what part? It's just weird.
The unseen future, man.
That's something that they could, like, this, if they do it as an added, that's something that they could totally experiment with in the future, even like adding a new rarity, but like almost like have a grace period where, like, before you cut out what works really good for you and you want to try something else, have like a second, like a few sets where it's in between and you do put something on. I mean, I get it. Like, they can't think that fast with printing, but I don't know. I feel like it's interesting. We are getting different EXs, as you guys can see now on the screen. We're looking at a new Greninja EX. Again, it's we have EXs of these cards. We're just getting the 30th anniversary stamp on it. Here's a new Espeon. I did hear something about like day and night. I did hear something about that. So you can see a Sylveon, the regular Sylveon, and then now a Sylveon EX.
Now this looks good.
Mm-hmm. I do like
the bubbles all around it and stuff.
I love it. Yep.
This got like that Radiant Collection feel, which I'm saying for. I do like the two sleeping evolutions. It is really nice.
The sleeping Umbreon here again. Like, this is the nighttime. Now this is what I loved about what we've seen, guys. We're gonna get into the illustration rares of the celebration, their 30th celebration. So you can see that it's obviously after the 128. So we're gonna get, and I loved this about it, and I think we said this in past pods, is that they would showcase what is going on in the past few years in this celebration style, and that's what this is. We're getting here a brand new Lapras card. I love this card. It's got a Psyduck in it. It's got Spheal in it, maybe 2 Spheal in it, a couple in the background too. And if you close your eyes, you can see a hidden Pikachu back here somewhere. So this card's going to be $1,000 out the gate. They're all like, what's going on back here? Are these like Dragonites up here? No. Anyway, I think I'm just dreaming. There's something here. Is this a Pokemon? I think it is.
Shaman. Yeah, Shaman.
That's Shaman. Okay. So
Shaman hedgehog form.
Okay. Hedgehog form. You see? Look. So that's 131 of 128. I think this is going to be a huge card, depending on how easy or hard they're to pull. I love it. Gen 1 Pokemon, I always feel, gets the love. We're going to go into another, which is the Drifloon.
One of my favorite Pokemon. I'm so excited for this.
What is it? Do you know what generation Drifloon is? I always put you on the spot, but I mean,
Generation 4. So Sinnoh Pokemon. I love shiny Drifloon, so I've always had an attachment to it.
Is it green?
And this looks cool, man. I know it's like this really beautiful golden yellow with a blue X and blue like little hands. It's gorgeous, but this card is just so perfect for a Drifloon art rare, man.
It looks like Disney.
Give me this over the Mewtwo any day of the week.
Now that I look at this, it looks like Disney. Like, there's a castle, there's rides, there's a monorail. Yeah, I don't know what's Drifloon's. Nice. What is his whole? What's it like? What does it do? Like,
I mean, so it's a ghost type. I think there's where it steals bad children or crying children, or like, I think it's bad children, just takes them, but it doesn't like taking fat children because they're too heavy for it to lift.
You're lying.
Skinny bad. It's either Drifloon or Driftbloom that has that, I believe.
So I'm safe, but I'm also not a child. But hold up, this is a savage card. Hold on a second. So
let me pull up one of its dex entries.
So Drifloon is going to the theme park to take the bad kids away. Is that what this card is? Oh my God, Pokemon, the savagery
Let's see here.
That is wild.
So the reason I know this for context is I watched, I think it was Dorkly. It was a YouTube channel that made these like little 8-bit animations. And they did a thing where it was like, there was like, what if Dex entries are real? And it was literally one where it was like, he comes in and grabs like this little skinny child, and this little sad fat child's like, why does no one love me? Or something like that. And it stuck with me. It was just so weird. And that's the Dex entry.
I'm heartbroken. I'm connecting with that. I'm heartbroken.
It steals kids that are, I think it's bad kids specifically.
Yo, Pokemon, you ain't shit for this. This is sad.
Pokemon Dex entries are wild, man.
This is sad.
There's so many. Like, you've heard of the one that's like, I think Kadabra's Dex entry from like the first game. It was a kid that turned into a Kadabra.
That's terrible.
Like, straight up.
That's terrible.
The Dex entries in these games, especially the older ones, are
we should read the Dex entry
war crimes
with our new. We should add that to our weekly episode.
Yeah,
we'll read the Dex entries to rate them as well. Dude, this card's savage though. Going to the theme park. Oh my gosh, this Lycanroc is crazy.
It's really interesting that they're like Lycanroc's an odd choice. Drifloon's like an odd choice, but I like the art. But Lycanroc's a really interesting choice. Like the illustration words are odd choices.
Well,
I like
Lycanroc, did we get one?
But it doesn't.
We did, right?
We got one in Journey Together. It was the midday form. This is the midnight form, which is much more like scary looking werewolf-esque one.
So why the heck do I not know that these have forms? And also, I'm going to do a little.
Play the games, brother.
That's 100% right. I'm a dumbass, guys. You guys can roast me in the comments. I did not know. So I'm like, yo, Gallade. Why? I'm like, because there's a Gallade EX in Chaos Rising. I'm like, yo, why does Gallade look like Gardevoir? And then I'm like, wait, it evolves from Kirlia. Why? They're like, that's the male Gardevoir, you fake Pokemon fan. I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, what? Why? I did not know. So yeah, roast me in the comments. Dude, honestly, Pokemon has been crushing the dogs. Every dog style Pokemon that we've gotten, like obviously like the Zoroark, which is the Zorua, the is it Rufflet? Is that the little, I don't know, like Stuffle? That's a bear, I guess. I don't know. This little Rockruff, I think we have a Rockruff, maybe not.
Rockruff, yeah, there's the Rockruff trainer gallery with him and Kukui from.
And is there one?
I don't remember which set it was.
There might be one in Mega too.
Rockruff?
Or maybe I'm thinking of Litleo. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Litleo.
I don't think there's a Rockruff.
I think that they're crushing the dogs, the on all four animal type. The Houndoom and Destin Rival is one of my favorites. But yeah, the Lycanroc, dude, honestly, I think this card art looks
unfortunate.
Sick.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they keep putting the starters on all fours, or not on all fours and onto two legs.
I keep saying this. They better Pombon. If that guy stands
up, I'm rebelling.
If Pombon stands up, I'll be so pissed.
Yeah.
And then, dude, this.
Oh yeah, there's a Rockruff. Yeah. The Rockruff. Oh, it's a really good Rockruff from. I think it's Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery.
Oh, it's Silver Tempest. Okay.
Silver Tempest Gallery.
Yo,
I love this. This is my favorite. Drifloon is my second favorite. This is my favorite.
Hisuian Zorua is on the screen right now for those that are listening.
So cute.
The colors, the art style, dude. Honestly, this is why we cannot not move away from this now after Gallade.
I will take this over 100 Mew and Mewtwo's of the Futuristic Rares.
And I don't. This is crazy. It almost looks like not stop motion, but like what I'm saying. If like these were like flat and they just showed up and they just started moving around, like you see that kind of animation, like commercials and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love the shadow of it down here on the floor, on the ground. Like the moon is just shining on it. I think this is so sick, man. Who drew this?
It's also a ghost type, so you're seeing the colors like kind of passing through it a little bit too.
Oh my gosh, it is just stunning. I really
incredible.
I can't wait to see what else we have. So like this, again, I think that I think the set after the set, if you will, is going to save this 30th celebration as far as it being a mid set. I think we'll move into maybe the mid part of it, which is the reprints, right? Like this is what they showed. And I think this article doesn't have them all here, but this is what they showed. I don't know if these arts, we're showing some pictures now. We've got Unknown, we've got Slowpoke, we've got this is the Galarian Berserker with Seismitoad. Yep. So I don't know if that's just pictures of the actual art. And here are the Japanese versions. I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss anything. But then they followed it up with the 30 classic collection cards. Oh wait, so are these are, let me see if these are, do these have the numbers on them?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
No, they have the numbers from the OG sets on them.
On their sets,
which makes me... Yeah.
This is interesting.
So they'll probably have the Pokedex number, but it'll probably be like, I would guess that this is going to fill in the other 30 cards or the 28 cards in that special...
Oh man, so I hope that, I think you're right. I really want them to do more illustration rares. Hopefully they do. That's what I didn't like about Celebrations was it made it so hard for me to know what order they went in because they kept the original card and as it was in the set. Now, are we getting first edition stamps on these?
These don't have the
30th anniversary.
The Pikachu, the Pikachu stamp on them. So I'm assuming these are just like, this is what we're getting type deal.
Right. So it's like, we're going to get
I doubt that this is like, they're not going to look directly like this.
Yeah.
It's going to have the stamp.
I don't know if you want
they would never run the risk of market confusion like that.
Yeah. You're 100% right. Like that. Yeah. So again, I don't know if you want to talk about one in specific, but I think that it would be interesting if we actually got something that had a first edition stamp, regardless of the 30th anniversary stamp. Like if we get a first edition base set Pikachu and Charizard with a stamp, that's crazy.
Yeah, I doubt that's what they do. It'd be cool to do. It'd be, at least be like something, not just reprinting the crap out of it.
Like if you think about it, like we know what it looks like. Is that this?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Both. They wouldn't give us both. So,
no, there's no way they'd be two. I think that there's some cool cards that I'm excited to see the reprints of. There's some cards that I do truly not understand why they're there. Delcatty being the main one. The frick is there a Delcatty in this for? Literally no one cares about Delcatty. Find me two people in the world that are like, oh yeah, no, Delcatty is genuinely my favorite Pokemon and I love it.
Guys, if you do love Delcatty, drop it in the comments, please.
Not just love Delcatty, that's your favorite Pokemon.
Yeah,
I do not. Look, it's a Delcatty. This card's me 15 cents out the gate.
Yeah, honestly, I think that doing the shiny Celebi is interesting. I think it's cool.
That one's so excited for that.
Yeah,
the Lugia.
That's what I was just gonna say. I think, dude, honestly, we were talking about the Lugia. I said the Lugia from Neo Genesis was one of the ones that I would want to have for all. Dude, this card. I think this card will probably be. If we just get a non-first edition stamp one, which whatever, this is going to be the chase. This Lugia is going to be the chase in this set.
I hope so. It's worth it.
It's an e-reader, right? So damn, that is so good. That is so good.
I'm also excited. There's a Scizor EX. Yeah, Dark Tornado is really cool. There's a Scizor EX from EX something or other. I can't remember which set specifically. I'm excited for that just because I wasn't collecting at the time that came out. So it'd be cool to get my hands on one. That Gengar is also going to be the chase, though. That's the problem.
Bro, like, dude, honestly, this part of it, like, I think I even like this Metagross. Like,
the Delta species, yeah.
Like you just said, like, I wasn't in it when this came out. Like, the Delta species. I think this Palkia level X is pretty cool.
Yeah. See, for some reason.
Yeah. Another freaking Crobat. I cannot. But, dude, there's the Gengar.
Gengar is that from Prime or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Gengar Prime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's from.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
then
why
the
we got this.
I I think it's cool ish. I think it's a. I like it's fine. I'm trying to think of ways to like
I never
compliment it
understood
that
the break
aren't
card
like.
part. I never understood it.
I don't either. I think it's like it's a cool art piece.
Darkrai
But I
and
don't
Taylor.
understand like why it's getting reprinted.
And then like
Again,
the
they
words are
couldn't.
like
Yeah,
I never
it's
noticed that.
mid 2000s, baby. Um, it's it's a there's some cards in there I really like. I think there's some really cool cards that that are getting some love. This N is one that's very nostalgic for me personally because it's from a black white era. It's I can't remember which set it is. I think it's
Noble victories.
Oh no, yeah. There we go. Also, it's Rayquaza. I ran a Rayquaza Dragons Exalted the promo deck with it, which was just a very funny meme deck that I thoroughly enjoyed running. So there's some cards that those are very nostalgic for me. The Genesect as well.
I think I have
Those are gonna be fun for me to collect. Yeah, I had a bunch of them. Man, it was so much fun. But then there's some really cool cards, and then there's Blissful GX.
Yeah, this like
and Zacian V.
Yeah, I don't know. And Solgaleo. And
I don't understand.
So like this is where we get into like so team up, and then we have Sword and Shield. Yeah, I mean, Zacian was that sword, right? So
yeah,
I don't know.
I just don't think these cards were old enough to get reprints. I don't think they need them.
Which brings me to this.
Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's just like one of every gimmick they did, except for shiny Pokemon. That's all it is. It's just each gimmick. It's just each like, oh, it's a break Pokemon, it's a GX, it's tag teams, it's V's, it's VMAX, V-Stars, illustration rares, all this stuff. I get it now. I understand now.
Where's the SIR?
The Magic card.
Yeah. Oh, the SIR. We need
the Magic card. The Magic card was going to be interesting.
So I'm gonna save that for my purge, but
okay, cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, 30th anniversary. There it is. We don't know what, and we've been in this view for like the longest time. We don't know what's to come with 30th anniversary, right? I think as we get closer, we're going to find out more. Obviously, as I find out what comes up for me from distro, we'll be able to see what kind of product. At that point we would already know it, so we would talk about it. But we did get that list early on that we reviewed.
Yeah,
we know. Well, so we don't know if how real that is. But there was a UPC on there. There was a whole bunch of stuff on there. So
I believe one of the notification groups put out a list of things that were on like like that were loaded or going to be loaded or on like the buy sheets for certain things, and it was a lot of the same thing. It was a lot of the same thing as on list. So I think it's pretty safe to say like we're gonna get the celebrations, UPC, ETBs, all that kind of stuff, booster bundles, all the standard stuff. I think it's be pretty standard. I am curious to see how ridiculous things get with it, because I think while I think the set's bad, I'm really curious to see if it's just the fact that like, celebrations went up and generations went up, therefore we throw all the money at it because it will go up because it's a specialty set.
Yeah,
and if Pokemon responds at all with the printing of it,
because you know what I think. I'll save it for the purge, but which we can probably roll into now.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Just hot, stupid, ridiculous, sometimes pretty accurate. Yeah, pretty accurate takes that we could not be held responsible for. That once they are out in this world, we will leave it and they will stay here in the Pokemon Take Purge zone. Do you want me to go first? Are you ready to roll?
I can go right into it since we were just talking about it, but
how about?
Thank you. Welcome to the Take Purge. So yeah, I was very underwhelmed by all of this, all of the celebrations. I'm underwhelmed by the name. When we first heard it, we've got a beautiful name in the 20th with Generations. I think we got a great name with Celebrations for the 30th, and we couldn't think of another one word anniversary celebratory type to put outside of just calling it 30th celebration. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand what Pokemon is doing. I was underwhelmed. Now, does that mean that I'm not going to want to open it? Does that mean I'm not going to want to collect it? Does that mean I'm not going to want to have some for investments? Absolutely not. Those things could live in their own realities. I think that this will be big for some people, and it will be an absolute flop for some people. I'm going to just ask this question. Were you ever in Pokemon during Sword and Shield and earlier? Because I caught the tail end of Sword and Shield, and now, after going through 3 years plus of opening up Scarlet and Violet and now Mega, the ripping experience, the way you feel when you look at these new cards, you don't get when you. I'm doing Fusion Strike Fridays on my TikTok page. It is an absolute atrocity of a ripping experience. There's packs where you get a reverse holo and a non-holo hit. That is not fun. So again, when you look at these cards, a lot of these don't mean a lot to people in this boom cycle. A lot of people are just going to look at these like, I don't know. Like, some of them, yeah, absolutely. There will be cards in here. So there will be cards in here that people will absolutely chase. I think that bringing more of the newer stuff is good. The illustration rares, I absolutely love. It's hard to tell what the Mew and the Mewtwo will do. My purge is this Magikarp. I don't know who made this decision. I don't know why they made this decision. This card is 3 years old. And again, to Kota's point where he said it's like one of every. It's too soon. Like, we didn't even need an illustration rare in this. Like, what are we celebrating? We're still. what are we celebrating with the Magikarp? Outside of, I get it. The card is beautiful. The Gyarados is there, makes it even better. Shinji Kanda. But why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there one of the artists in here? Like, did they go through the artist and give them? Like, no. I hate that the Magikarp is in this. I absolutely hate it. I think that like, I'm trying to think, like, if there's anything in the past 3 years, anything from Scarlet and Violet and forward that I would want in here, and the answer is no. Like, it wouldn't be any of my favorite cards. It would definitely not be the Bubble Mew. Like, it just wouldn't be it. I think waiting 5+ years after the sets are gone to go into them, maybe the 35th anniversary, when that is 13 years, however old it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Interesting.
I just think that it's I don't know. The ripping is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Thinking about it, they didn't do an alternate art card. There was no alternate art from or trainer gallery.
That's true.
Card. So like, if it were you and you were in that meeting and you said, no. Magikarp, that's from SVR. That's too soon. Let's do blank. What would you have put in that slot?
The answer is no. I know you said alternate. I would not even want to see an alternate art in here. The cards. So the reason why, Kota, is a good question. The cards are too fresh in people's minds to forget about it, to see it in a celebration set and be like, oh man, I remember that. Like, because like, to your point, it would have to be a Gengar VMAX alt art. It would have to be the Lugia alt art, the Charizard alt art, the Giratina alt art. Those cards are currently booming still. People didn't forget about those cards. People did not forget about this Magikarp to need it in a celebration style set. It's too big.
Okay.
I think it's too big. But those cards still.
What if I threw out Lovebirds? Did a Lovebirds reprint? That's almost 10 years old at this point. 8 years old at this point.
Would make more sense. 100%.
Some Sun and Moon, because Sun and Moon had alternate arts. Like they had the tag teams, the Gengar, Mimikyu, the Wailord, and Magikarp. They all had alternate art. So why couldn't it have been? I mean, can you imagine the Gengar Mimikyu in this set? Obviously, they have a Gengar, so instead we'll just do the Lottie twins.
I honestly think that we should probably wait 10 years before putting something in this. And you know, that's probably 2 generations. So maybe 6 to 10 years. You know, you could say every gen except for SV is 3 years. You know, you could say,
yeah, but like Scarby, I mean, Sun and Moon's like 10 years, 8 years, 9 years old at this point. It's not quite 10 years, but it's definitely 8 years. I think
that's what I'm saying. I think that two generations removed maybe in TCG.
That's fair. So I have no issue with that.
Like we shouldn't have, like because again, I came into with Sword and Shield. I don't think that the Mew VMAX needs to be in here. The V-Star, outside of them just putting in all the gimmicks, the Zacian V, the Amazing Rare. Is that what the Raikou is? I think that's what they were calling those.
Yeah.
Again, the last 5 cards should not be in this set. Yeah. We're celebrating stuff in the TCG. These are essentially still fresh in people's mind. Like, I get it. There's a lot of people, guys. Let me know if you guys were not in here. When did you guys join Pokemon? Did you guys just get in Mega? Did you just get in SV, Scarlet and Violet? Were you there for Sword and Shield? I was there for Sword and Shield, and that was when I came back. And I freshly remember him. It's too fresh for me. So that's my take.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's interesting. I think there's room for like certain cards being there, but I honestly do wish they had done something different than the Magic card. You know, I still like the idea of having an alternate in there just because, I mean, at this point we're getting close to that being. I mean, Scarby's done, so early Sword and Shield stuff is pretty much at that like line. Now, of course, alternate art star wasn't until later Sword and Shield, so up for debate. But we're getting close to that being 2 generations back. Obviously, it should have been 2 generations back this year.
Sun and Moon,
but they moved that back a year.
Yeah, Sun and Moon would have been probably the end of what I would select for this, because then in 5 years, Sword and Shield base is going to be 10 years old, like, right? 2020.
Yeah, I mean, Sword and Shield dropped in
2020 or 2020. Yeah.
No, 20. It was I was still in Washington, so it was 2019 or 2018 when Sword and Shield dropped.
Really?
Which means the first set was probably 2019. Let me pull it up.
Well,
so I know it was before 2019 because I remember where
COVID, right? Well, 2021. So
2021, yeah.
So then that was like the second year of So I would think 2020 is when sort of.
I know it was before that because where I was living, I moved in 2020, early 2020, and I played the game in my old house in Washington State. So let me
spoiler, because we're going to get into some Sword and Shield stuff. I just pulled it up because we had it open. The booster box Sword and Shield base
2019.
Well, Sword and Shield. This is a booster box for the Pokemon TCG set named Sword and Shield, which released on February 7th, 2020. So the first set. So again, like in 5 years from now, when we're at 35th anniversary, that's going to be an 11-year-old set. And the last sets like Crown Zenith, bro, Crown Zenith will be 7 years. And that is a right period for, you know what I mean? To put out, to give us one of the gold cards from Crown Zenith to put in a celebratory set. That's like kind of like what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hot take. It's interesting.
Comments. What do you think?
Yeah. For me, so it's also going to be centered around 30th because it's kind of the talking point right now. I think this is the second worst set in the Mega era and one of the worst sets we've seen in the last 2 generations. I think this is an awful set. I think there is nothing. If you remove the reprints, which these cards were already know. So this is nothing new. We're not getting new cards. This isn't anything super interesting or like some cool. It's just reprints. That's all it is. You remove those. So take that out because that's easy. Any set could have that, right? Mm-hmm. And you take out. Once you get that out, there's nothing in the set. This is an awful set. I do like the illustration rares. I really do like. I like Mark's fine. I really like most of the illustration rares. I think they look really good. I think that the Mew and Mewtwo are the worst gimmick we've had maybe ever. And maybe like outside of like those green and gold cards from Paldean Fates, it's the worst secret rare that we've had. It's ugly. They're awful. They look cheesy. They look fake. They're awful. The Pikachus are the redeeming quality thing in this. The Pikachus are what redeemed this set. That's the only thing that we've seen that's even remotely interesting. Everything else is like, hey, here's some reprints of cards that we've reprinted 5 times, and then some other ones like a Delcatty. You like Delcatty, right? Delcatty. Everybody loves Delcatty. That's what we're stuck with. We're stuck with these reprints, and of course, again, some really nice ones, but it's not enough for me to carry the set into being a good set. I think this is a bad set. I think it's a truly, truly bad set that people will love because it's reprints and it's nostalgia, but it's a lazy bad set with lazy bad pack art and lazy bad new rares. Mm-hmm. And I think if we could objectively look at the set without the lens of, I think this is going to be expensive, we've been hyping up the 30th anniversary, we will look at it and say, yeah, it's pretty bad. I'd rather open Pitch Black because that Darkrai is way better than anything in this set. We're going to look at this, and I think people are banking on this being the new celebrations. I think this is going to get printed enough to where this will not even compete. This is going to be the Shining Fates of the Fate series, where it's like Hidden Fates, super loved. Paldean Fates, super loved. Shining Fates, no one gives a crap about. No one cares about Shining Fates. I would very much see this being the Shining Fates of these series, where it's no one cares about it in 10 years. It's like, okay, yeah, you can make money off of it because everything makes money in Pokemon, but like, it's not like Paldean Fates popping off, Hidden Fates popping off, and then like Celebrations, yeah, Generations, yeah. This, no, I don't see it. But part 2, it's completely irrelevant because this market does not care about the 30th anniversary. It doesn't. No one cares. This market, everybody talked about the 30th anniversary is what's driving this, and once that's done, we've been past that for like a year now. That's not been a thing for a year. Sure, maybe like a little bit of it was helped by the fact that 30th was coming up, but like, no, this market does not care about this 30th anniversary set. It cares more about, what the next set's going to be after it, and what the next few sets we're going to get, and the Storm Emeralda, and Aura Secret, and all this stuff. It cares way more about that than the 30th. The 30th is going to be something that people are going to buy. They're going to hold. They're going to think they're going to sell it for $1 billion in a few years. And it's going to get passed up, and it's going to become every other set that's happened so far. It's, this mega era has been like, here's a set. Okay, now here's another set. Okay, next. And we're going to have this. And my internet's getting a little scuffy there, I see. Mm-hmm. But it's going to happen. And then it's, all right, Aura Seeker's coming out in a couple months. Let's get to it. It's Aura Seeker time, baby. I think that's a lot of what we're going to see. Everybody got home, and literally everyone is on their phone, plus they have the TV open. That's all good. So that's everyone's using the internet. So now everyone just know that the bandwidth is low, but we're getting through this. Let's go. No, I don't know. Yeah. So just to wrap that up, I mean, I think that, yes, we're aligned on it. And I think that everything is going to live in its own little silo. Like, yes, people are going to love it because it will be worth something more in the future. We got to think about this, though. The UPC, what packs are going to come in it? You're going to get every other mega set, I would assume, that came before this. Because UPC for Celebrations. What came in the Celebration? Okay. Yeah, it was like, I actually have, we can see it right back here. It. But I think it's like. Rip it open. Real quick, hold on. So it looks like there's, like Evolving Skies. There's all the sets that came before, probably like Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Sword and Shield Base, Rebel Clash, and then like how many
17 celebrations packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 cards per. It comes with the gold cards in there. So they could do something. They could do something different, like to have that, but I don't know. I feel like that could definitely hold us up as far as like pushing it to be a better thing. I had to pause. I had to pause while you were gone, but we got Kota back.
Yeah. I think we should probably skip Sword and Shield sets today.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
I think after this we'll just dive into the comments because internet, and also it's almost 11 already. We've been we took what was there and ran with it.
We did. All right, so yeah, if you want to go to comments, I don't know if you picked that. If you have anything you picked up this week, I do have one thing for pickups of the week while you pull up the comments. Guys, I finally got this back into my collection. I'm gonna raise it up nice and slow.
Oh man,
I'm holding up a 151 UPC.
How many children did you trade for that?
So I happened to be talking with my comic book store owner, and he said his buddy was selling a case. Do you want any? I'm like, yeah, I'll take one. He goes, do you only want one? I'm like, well, are there more up for grabs? And he goes, yeah, I'm only getting one. I'm like, all right, I'll take the other 3.
Shoot, brother.
So I know I'm going to a show. So I was like, you know what? Look, I love 151. The UPCs were awesome. And I was so upset that I never saved it. So I'll bring one to the show. I'll probably try to sell it. And guys, let me know. Should I sell my Celebrations UPC? It's probably going to be too late for your responses, but let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about bringing it to the show, Kota. I think it's about time. It's about $1,200 right now. It's not a perfect one, but so we can maybe work out a deal. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
No pickups for me. It's been I did my PSA stuff is really quickly going through the system now. Where I had both of them going to grading, and the other one went from grading to assembly in like a day and a half.
I think my March submission, which they got in April early, is still like just in the received state.
That's wild because mine is from I think I sent it in late February.
Oh my god!
And the other one I sent in late March or early April, and they're both
damn.
And well, one's in grading and one's in assembly now, so they like me. I dog CGC enough for them to be like, you know what, throw him a bone.
About time.
Oh man. Let's jump into some comments. Thank you guys so much. We're at 190 followers. We're getting close to that 200 mark.
That's wild, by the way.
We're also getting close to 1,000. Yeah, we're also getting close to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So again, wherever you're listening or what
emoji are we dropping? If you guys made it this far.
Oh yeah, we did. Give me a beach umbrella emoji. I think there's a beach umbrella emoji.
Yes, there is.
There's one of those in there.
Yes,
for the scuff setup we're working off of right now. Let's roll through some comments from Spotify. We got Con to the John throwing the eyes up on the episode 19 a couple episodes ago. Mm-hmm. People are still going back and listening to that.
Love it.
Let's see here. Okay, we got Weston Gadiant. I probably screwed that up. Throwing the frog in his favorite chair, which is just a standard good old chair. And there it says his pickup of the week was he traded most of his collection to finally get my all-time favorite card, the Prismatic Umbreon. I can't believe I really have it. That's sick. That's kind of dream, is like trading your collection for like trading what you don't love as much for the thing that you treasure the most right now. That's a sick card. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the value in being in a collectibles hobby, is that like you could have got something for super cheap, and in this cycle it's gone up and made the card that you want more attainable. So I'm all for that, dude. Like I said, I graded and sold my first edition Lugia from Neo Genesis, but that started my Pokemon business. So it's like similar things. Like you take what you have, you flip, you move it into something else that you really want, and good for you. That's awesome.
That's sick. Yeah. We got OG Chris. Shout out OG Chris.
OG Chris.
Dropping the chair and the frog for us. He said, I've never been interested in mystery bags. Once tried a few instant rips on a Fnatic, sold the cards right back at a percentage. Simply not a fan of the gamble, which I fully agree with. I think that's my biggest hang up with those. Hot take, Pitch Black will be a solid set. The Darkrai SIR card will eventually push the same price as the Giratina V from Lost Origin. I love this. I love Pitch Black, and I think this Darkrai is in that era, the echelon of just sick cards. It's going to be like one of the top 5 or so cards from this era.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a sleeper.
Yeah. Pick up the week with Zacian from Vivid Voltage to complete the binder page of all 9 amazing rares, which we were just talking about with the Raikou there. So I guess you're gonna have to find a binder with like a 10th page to throw the Pikachu stamp Raikou into. Soul Rock Reverse Hollow Stamp from Legend Maker. I do miss the stamped reverses. Those were really cool. That would be a fun thing to bring back. I think we talked about that.
Did we?
I think someone else commented like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if they brought back like some of these old vintage reverses?" I'm like, the stamp reverses are fun.
Yeah,
it's just like everybody loves stamp cards. That was the OG stamp card. I'm surprised those aren't running up in value at different points.
Yeah, because they're stamps. Everyone loves their stamps.
Everybody loves stamps, man. Everybody loves stamps. Yeah. But yeah, shout out OG Chris, always hanging out with us. We got Mark B Easy. With the sofa with a lamp over it, so he's maybe a little reader, little reading action going on over there.
That.
Said appreciate you guys in the convo about my last comment. Would definitely trade my Destined Rivals booster box for 3 Surging Sparks booster boxes or a play like that, which I don't think you could do anymore. I think Surging's gone up a bit.
I did. I think I put a comment in there. I said, then, I think it's up to like 280 maybe now. Maybe it might even be more now since we even dropped the comment.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of run up a bit, but.
Yeah. He also said he's excited to see if I can get my hands on the Chinese exclusive set with the Sylveon Evolutions. And he had a question. Now that you guys play the TCG card game in local leagues, what are some fun, challenging decks that you have come up against or that you would like to build? I've been playing mostly online. There's not a lot of locals around me. And I played against a deck today that was it made me really angry, which means it's a good gimmick deck because it wasn't like anything meta. It was, I hate Festival Lead. Festival Lead's my least favorite deck to play against just because I play Mega Lucario, so I'm playing with Megas and I'm just beating the crap out of all these little Diplins and stuff. And it just takes too long. I end up kind of getting screwed over by that. The meta is really interesting right now with some of the gimmick sets. I just like things that aren't Dragapult. If you're playing me with something that's non-Dragapult, I'm thrilled.
Because that was everywhere,
Dragapult's
right?
so boring. It's still everywhere. It's still running rampant. When Alakazam the Draw Alakazam deck came out, I was a big fan of that. It's not a gimmick anymore. It's more like a mainstay. I think it actually placed really high at a tournament recently.
Oh wow!
But there's so many fun decks out there. It's just not Dragapult at this point. Please don't play Dragapult. I hate Dragapult. It's so annoying.
I haven't. The only time I play is during pre-release because any free chance that I get, I'm either doing stuff with my family or streaming or doing this.
Yeah.
So I wish I had more time. One of my buddies wants to come to my house one night a week and just play, build decks and whatever, but we've only done it at pre-release. I think that's the most even playing ground for people that are just trying to get into it. Yeah. So evil. And it's that's what I like. Cause you don't have to really put too much thought into it and no one has a pre-constructed deck. However, when I do play, I do play online and I'm trying to remember, I don't remember what deck it was, but the deck was it was constantly, there was something, and I'm the worst, so I'll forget all the Pokemon. But the way that it worked was that, and it was so annoying because it worked so well. It was they had a Pokemon on the bench that would allow you to take energy either from your deck or from your hand or whatever, and put it to your Pokemon. And so the Pokemon in play would be this monster Pokemon, whatever it was, doing super damage. And then that Pokemon would have but it would be discard your energies when you did the move set. And then the other Pokemon, it's like, okay, this ability is go into your discard pile and take 2 energies out and put it on a Pokemon. I'm like, dude, this is like an infinite energy loop. I forgot what it was. And I'm like, oh boy. So that type of stuff, like, I am so interested to see like who actually figured it out. Like these Pokemon all work well together with this. And it's really just blows my mind. I'm like, damn, I wish I like knew more about other cards. Even if it's just supporters, like those things really make a difference in playing the TCG.
Dude, it's so much fun. I do wish for those who have time and the desire, like the online is so easy to get into because just logging on gives you a bunch of pre-con decks, and you can easily get like stacks of the code cards for like a penny a piece or something like that. No one because no one wants them, you can't really resell them. It is so much fun.
It really is. Urge you guys.
Like, there's a cool community. Yeah, there's a cool community around it. Like you can learn pretty quickly because I played back in like Black and White era. I played pretty hardcore, played leagues, played events and stuff, and I loved it. And then I stopped playing after XY era because life. And then getting back into it with this, I'm like, this is so much fun. It is such a cool. Yes, the meta's a little stale because of Dragapult, but there's still some fun decks out there that can kind of counter it. But yeah, definitely would encourage people to give it a shot. It's a lot of fun and it's really easy to get into. And it's not that, honestly, as far as card games go, it's not complicated. It's so much less complicated than something like Magic or 100%. Something like Yu-Gi-Oh or any of those.
I was going to say, if anyone wants any codes, send me a DM on IG. I have a bunch of code cards that I get from when we rip packs. So if you want any, let me know.
There you go. Yeah. Let's see. WWE deleted my social medias. So username said, new to the podcast is one of these guys on the Meta podcast. We don't know what that is.
We don't know what that is. So if you just let us know, are you talking, is it Meta as in like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp?
Oh, is it like, maybe it's like Metapod, like Meta Podcast?
Oh,
that would be Pokemon.
Is it?
It might be. The way he said it was Meta Podcast, but it might be the Meta. Like again,
was that a dad joke? Was that meant to be a dad joke? Maybe.
Oh, it might just be. The way he said it makes it sound like a genuine question, but it might just been a joke.
Dang, if that is, shout out to you.
One of my biggest weaknesses is I don't listen to a lot of Pokemon podcasts. Because I don't have a ton of time to listen to podcasts. And when I do, I'm a major, massive sports nut. So I listen to a lot of sports podcasts when I have time. But no, if it's a real question and if that's like a joke, that's phenomenal.
that is phenomenal.
And if that's a real podcast, shout out to that because that's a great name. Absolutely. The Meta Podcast. Because I'm picturing. Okay, it's like Meta. Here's what I hope. I hope it's a real podcast, and I hope that they talk about the meta of like the TCG or the the VGC. And it's the Meta Podcast, but it's also talking about the meta of
I feel like we're different card games.
And if that's not a podcast, okay, look. We're going to search it. If that's a real podcast, shout out to them. If that's not a real podcast, we need to like copyright that so we can have it for ourselves because that's a great idea.
Oh my God.
Because that's too good of an idea. That's a great name.
Let's see.
That's phenomenal. I love that.
No, I don't think.
Are you looking it up now?
Wait, there is an Instagram, the Meta Podcast.
Oh, it is a Meta Podcast.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, that's phenomenal. I'm gonna have to give them a listen.
I don't know when 376 weeks ago was the last post they put on Instagram. So.
Shoot.
376
They're not around
weeks.
Anymore.
That's like 6 years. It's been 84 years.
84 years. Maybe they're still posting on Spotify. Let me. So it's the Meta Podcast.
But I don't know if it was actually a podcast. Like, there's no podcast clips or anything. It's just like
Metapod. Oh no, I definitely mistyped that completely. I can't spell. I'm on vacation. I don't have to spell here. Metapod.
No, there is something on Apple. There is something on Apple.
I see it on. There's multiple. Okay, hold on.
Wait,
I see the Meta Podcast.
MPC Productions.
But it's not since 2019.
2018, yeah. It had 3.7 stars, which reminds me, if you guys have not rated our podcast and you're enjoying yourself weekly, leave a 5-star review.
It's so weird.
That's a great
I feel
name.
like Oh wait, no. Metapod, a Pokemon TCG podcast, and they are still posting. They have 501 reviews. All right. So Gyroshan, it looks like. So
who was the person that wrote this comment? My WWE deleted my socials?
deleted my use.
Okay,
yeah.
Guys, if you want, we don't know who these people are, but reach out to them and say, hey, we spoke about them on this podcast. Do we do a joint podcast
sick.
1 week?
That's really cool. I'm gonna have to give them a listen just because I want to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this open.
If they're actually about a Gyroshan, Atrocious Jake. I'll be honest, I don't know. I've never heard of them.
Me either.
But obviously their podcast is they got people listening. So that's
guys.
cool.
If you're
that's
still
awesome.
here, drop a leaf to represent Metapod.
Drop a leaf,
and then also go to this podcast and leave him a comment saying we came here from the Savage Poké Pod.
But maybe on this specific episode because of how stuff dialogue.
That's
boy.
awesome. That is awesome.
That's really cool. That's great. That's really fun. But no, neither of us are from that.
No, I gotta listen to them now. I'll leave that open.
Yeah. Now, of course, if you're talking about the other meta podcast, the one that hasn't been 2019, also no. But yeah. Eli Clark, love these episodes. Awesome takes, guys. Thank you, Eli, for the comment.
Eli.
Conta John, appreciate the shout out. I'm a local vendor based in Austin, Texas. I have a tech background as well. Really appreciate listening to the podcast during car rides or while sorting through inventory. Keep up the great work.
Love that.
As a shameless plug, here's my Pokemon Instagram, Conjohn's Collectibles. Hey, go check out Conjohn's Collectibles.
Conjohn Collectibles, guys. It's in the comments of
Conjohn's Collectibles.
I actually gave him a follow as well.
Nice.
Because I'm super into seeing all the vendor content.
I love it. Cody Clay with the chair, double seating, chair and sofa. Went double seats.
Yeah.
In the comments.
2 seats.
Jay Burrs with a chair and the frog also said, what's the oldest sealed product that you guys are holding on to? None.
Everything
I don't keep sealed product.
Everything
gets ripped or sold. I sold a lot of my stuff. I had some old black and white era stuff that I sold when I started selling stuff. But I don't have anything else that's old. I'm really curious what Savs has though, because I know he's got something much older than that.
Sealed. It's nothing. This is actually this was in Walmart when I came back into Pokemon in 2021. But it is a Sun and Moon battle deck. And it has I have 2 of these. I think the other one's actually a Lycanroc, I want to say. But this one has an Alolan Ninetales GX full art and a regular card as well as in the promos. And it has a battle deck in it. So this is the oldest as far as timeline, right? So I have this and the other deck. I think I got these for $14.99 maybe when it was out. Maybe under $20, I think it was. But that's the oldest thing I have. And the thing that is the most valuable, which wasn't part of the question, but I want to add that is just Evolving Skies booster box. It's probably the most one thing that's the most valuable that I have.
Yeah. Nice. Yep. Thank you, Jay Burrs. Logan Maxwell Hodges. Butcher that. I believe it's a chair. PokeG's Collects, thank you for responding to my comment. Definitely agree with you that Journey is a super slept on set. Been saying that since its release. Yeah. It's a good set. It's if it came out in this and Mega era, I think it'd be really well received. I think it just shows you how strong Scarby is as an era where it was a bottom, a lower half set considered for the most of it, and still is honestly at this point. Liam said when you said it's been 90, I was like, damn. Then I realized he meant Fahrenheit, not Celsius. If it was Celsius though, yeah, I think we'd be dead. I don't know what 90 degrees Celsius is, but
forget that.
We'd be dead. We'd be very dead. Now we're a little Fahrenheit boys. We're a little American imperial system Fahrenheit boys. We use feet,
inches
to measure things, which is somehow somehow a rational use of distance versus a meter being one thing. It's silly. We're silly. But thank you for the comment. Matt E9.
You good?
Jam out, brother.
I don't hear
11 o'clock at night. Really? Man, shout out AirPods. There's someone blasting music driving down the road right now. And I was like, there's no way it's not picking that up. Shout out AirPods. Good job. Matt E9 left us 3 frogs, extra frogs, and said, so sick. I pulled the full art Mega Greninja from my first pack, and it was pre-release. Still chasing the entire Furky line. I know it's still early, but value of the set looks like phantasmal. 2 high chases, then major drop in value. What are your thoughts here? Love the pod, guys. Keep it up. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. You want to go with that? You want me to?
Yeah, I think this will be a top half set for Mega as far as we know. Of course, if we have some banger sets come out in 2027, could go down. But I think this is the problem with Mega era is that's all you can have with all these small sets. It's like there's no room to have 3 or 4 chase cards in it. It's always going to be whatever the box are. So like when Storm Emeralda comes out, unless they also put like a Groudon or Kyogre or something in it, it's going to be the Rayquaza, Gold Rayquaza, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Right? I agree. I think to that exact point, there's like 4 or 5 SIRs in these sets, and you got 1 to 2 trainers. So you're really left with like 3 Pokemon, and there's 1 that'll carry it. And that's why everyone right now is sleeping on Mega Base. Mega Base Set is the best set in Mega main set. Of the basically 5 that we were seeing, because it's still better than Pitch Black because of the amount of chase cards in it, and not only chase cards, they're popular Pokemon. I think people are just sleeping on it, and maybe they're not sleeping on it. The booster box is over $300. It's just not the best It's not the best Charizard. It's not the best Venusaur card. It's not the best Lucario card. They are up there. Don't get me wrong. The Lucario card is one of my favorites, but. And you know what, Kota, you brought up a good point. We don't know what's going to come in the future, but every era Pokemon has done, the last year of the sets are just bangers. Like, so be prepared for we don't know what we'll get next year. Yeah, but
it's true.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, thank you. Dylan, thoughts on sitting on an Ascended ETB or ripping? Excuse me. Want to know whatnot for a stream for $5. Oh, must have been like a drawing or something like that. I've had it for a few months now. Not typically one to keep items sealed, but seeing the ETB value goes up makes me wonder. Didn't have any follow-up comments in there. This is also more your preference. I don't need the cash or anything. Okay, so don't need the cash. Not going to flip it. I'd rip it.
What did I write there? I think I said because you got it was something like because you got it at $5.
$5 with a crazy come up on that product. Honestly, the promo is worth more, so you're already winning if you don't get any hits. I'd probably try to sell it or trade it into a booster box or something. Which I don't think you can get a booster box for a regular ETB right now. I think it's like 140, 150-ish right now.
They're probably a little more than that, maybe like 160.
I haven't looked at them in a second.
But like, I would definitely trade into a booster box, if anything.
Yeah.
Especially
I'd rip it for a lottery ticket.
That's fire.
The thing is, the God packs are more highly seeded. Mm-hmm. There are so many special illustration rares that are worth so much money. If you got it for $5, I'd look at it as like, I look at it as a $5 lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it were me.
No, good point. Yeah. At that point, it's like the same thing. If you can get Ascended Heroes at MSRP, you just should rip it.
Yeah, especially if you don't need the money. If you're like, actually, if like $180, $170 would be nice, like, then yes, absolutely sell it, right? But if you're just like, I mean, do I rip it? If you're thinking about ripping it now, and you think about the price point you got in it, you're going to want to rip it eventually, and you may fall. So why not just full send it and like commit to doing it in a way that's like, I'm going to rip this because it's $5, right?
Yeah. It's something coming. It's very distant, whatever it is.
It's impressive because shout out AirPods again. But yeah, thank you, Dylan. Dude, I think it's a good question. If you do rip it, Dylan, let us know what you get.
Absolutely.
I'm really curious.
hop in the Discord, drop it in the Post Your Pulls channel.
Yeah. Let's see. Evan was the last comment, said, hey, shout out, great pod, guys. Also followed up with the frick is that? Oh, is that an airplane seat?
Bro, did you see? Okay, look at my comment.
I never felt older. I'm
Look at my comment.
Hold on, this screenshot and zoom in. I was about to do that.
So guys, when Evan, shout out to you, Evan. So not only was I was several margs in at the time, so I thought I was just like not seeing this properly. So I'm at the table with like. Which guys, if you could picture what a toddler looks like having chips and salsa, that was me on this tablecloth. The kids looked neater than I don't know what happened. Anyway, I get this comment while I'm eating and I'm like, someone left us a comment and I'm like, what is that? I thought it was a toilet seat. I'm like, which would still apply because we said put anything that you sit on.
Favorite seat, man.
Pause.
Sometimes.
Yo, hey, that is wild.
You need it. It's your favorite seat.
I screenshot it and zoomed in. I'm like, oh, it's an airplane seat, I think is what it was, right? Or
yeah. I think it's an airplane or train or something like that.
That is too good.
Man.
One of my buddies from the Savage community, shout out to Kyle. Kyle, drop the comments in on the Spotify. I don't know where you're listening.
Yeah, Kyle.
He sent me a DM. Yeah, Kyle. He sent me a DM, and it was
DMs don't get us any clicks, brother.
Yeah, Kyle, that's engagement. Let's go. Engage.
Kyle.
He said, hey brother, I was watching your pod. This was on the 29th. So this was last Friday. So I was watching your pod. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I was watching your podcast about the grading system. Why don't they use one of these companies they took over to only handle bulk low-end submissions so they can take the load off of the main submissions? Which I thought was a really good question. But then I was like, well, if collectors use BGS to handle all the bulk submissions, then you're going to get BGS slabs, and I want a PSA slab. That's where, that would be,
It begs the question, why have they not just officially absorbed SGC and just said, SGC
employees,
whenever we get all the value, all this value stuff we're getting, we're siphoning a large portion off to you. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be PSA slabs. It's going to be PSA working conditions. We already own the company.
Yep.
But I think they're very hesitant to do that because they don't want to cross the monopoly area where right now it can be rational. It's like, well, no. We're three different companies. We do different things, different pricing. It's just, collectors owns all of us. Mm-hmm. I think as soon as you see them officially absorb SGC into or try to make a mega corporation of like one conglomeration that's just PSA, but it's all three of them have been absorbed into it. That's where you see a lot more lawsuits, a lot more of the anti-monopoly type things that have already kind of been coming out.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. It's a good question though. I mean,
that's
I'm surprised they didn't do something like that.
Yeah. I mean, or just the employees just shift over. These ones aren't as busy. They work over here now. You were over there. Yeah. You're over here now.
Oh boy.
That wraps up the comments. Thank you guys so much. Kyle, engagement.
Yeah.
Comment on the video. We appreciate all you guys, man. Before we end the pod, I have to pull a Greninja out of one of these packs.
Oh,
right?
baby.
So, shoot. Actually, one of these is Phantasmal. All right. Which one are we going to open up? Which one?
I think the Floette. I feel the Floette. For those who haven't watched the last couple episodes, first of all, I'll go back to it. And the second, we were ripping Chaos Rising. The first pack pulled the Froakie. The second pack last week pulled the Frogadier. And now it's time to pull a Greninja.
That's right.
And you got 4 different Greninjas it could be. So it could.
That is true. And if we
you got 4 chances at it.
If we don't pull a hit from here, I'll open up the other pack too. Because let's go.
All right. There we go.
And you know what, Kota? If anyone made it this far, we're going to give away a sealed product in our coming up videos. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to let them know in the beginning of the video what they got to listen to. But maybe maybe our 25th pod will do it.
There we go. I like that. I like it.
Ooh, okay, a Sliggoo.
3 for 3.
Dang.
3 for 3 on the podcast.
Dang.
It's really unfortunate there's a gold Greninja right behind it.
Yeah, right. Imagine. Oh, man. Oh, baby, where's my Sliggoo?
Oh, wow. That's 3 for 3 on illustration rares.
Wow.
In the podcast.
Who does that? I don't even do that for myself ever.
He's got his CT scanner going, pulling them off for the podcast. Not for the rip and shit, baby. It's been exposed.
Bro.
That's sick, man. That's so cool. I love that Sliggoo. That card is really nice.
That is crazy.
And this is why they can't ever get rid of illustration rares.
Right.
They're too good.
Someone said there's a hidden Poliwhirl in the water. I'm like, no, that's just a ripple.
It's just a ripple, brother.
I'm like,
people be seeing hidden Pokemon literally everything. Like
they were saying there was a hidden.
Oh my gosh, what is that? Like, that's literally a leaf. That's literally a leaf.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, that wraps it up. Sorry, we didn't get a chance to talk about the vending and some other things, but we will get to that in our next podcast for sure. We're always thinking of new segments to add in. If you guys have any, anything you want us to talk about or something that you want us to, give our opinion on, please drop it in the comments. We obviously your questions do a lot of that work, but if there's something like segment related, like I know, was it OG, Chris? Was it OG that? That said about the artist that we focused on. So we'll be doing more of those. We're going to go back into some Sword and Shield stuff on our upcoming pods. We'll probably do a series where we just look at a few sets a week or whatever have you there. And that's really what we got for you guys this week. We appreciate you guys being here. Have a great weekend. Well, real quick, is there anything coming out this week? I think there's like some tins coming out. There's like a Gengar.
I haven't seen anything.
And like,
is it this week?
I think it is this week. I think I got something delivered from Distro today. It's a Gengar tin and it's a Mega Clefable tin.
Mega Clefable. Yeah, I remember them coming out.
And then like some Lumiose tins, which I'm assuming they're Chaos Rising and or Perfect Order packs in those products.
Yeah.
So good luck.
I
with
see them. Those look good. Those look good. I'm excited.
The Gengar, the tin actually looks pretty sick. Like something that I'd probably
want to keep. I like both of them a lot. I like the colors.
Yeah, no, they look really good.
Sick.
They look really good. So guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to do all the likes, comments, socials, all that stuff's going to be in the comments. We really appreciate it, man. And we'll catch you guys in the next podcast. Till then, peace out.